Hello, everybody. I am here today talking about the ninth chakra. What is the ninth chakra? Well, this was given to me by Spirit that this is a new level of understanding that is coming into play, and it is coming into play within the next 28 days. Many of you may feel a little bit frazzled, or that your world is turning upside down, like you're having or experiencing an inner earthquake of sorts. And the ninth chakra is above the eighth chakra, which we see as the gateway to the Akashic records. This is the ninth chakra to beyond. This is something that has been destined to many of us and is a place that we may fear to tread, a place where the door has been locked for a long, long time because of what this entails. The greatness that it brings, the power that it brings, and the enlightenment that we can connect with. And for those of us who are, again, destined or on a mission to connect with this energy, it does come with a price. And the price is the commitment to allow yourself to flow, to transform, to be part of the whole, to access the higher knowledge that needs to be used with wisdom and grace and flow amongst others around us. To reach this level, we must be in a place where we are sometimes at our darkest to become our lightest. And what I mean by that is to really, really face the fear, address it, but also honor it and acknowledge what that entails and bring it into our light, rejuvenate, and then build more strength. Now, that kind of sounds like an action film or a supernatural series or episode of, I don't know, of the supernatural, maybe on Netflix, where we have to absorb the light, we have to connect with the darkness, and that traces of it may be installed in us, or it's to become greedy or more powerful, or it's just, what they're showing me is that everything has to be in balance, but we can use the darkness for the light if it is utilized properly. And this is all to do with the changes in the world, that the light workers are now coming forwards. We have done our preparation. We have worked from behind the scenes at getting everything level, at offering guidance to those around us, to giving light and energy and protection to ensure people are on a really positive path or are in preparation for this change that is coming around the 26th of May, which I'm being told. And now it's kind of like a race to the end to finish and reach the goals, to clear everything up, clear all the old energy, clear all the old triggers, the temptation, the doubts, and the influences that are restricting our path, so that in the next dimension or the next part of this generational, it's like a generational gap or leap or something, that we then can relax and let it flow. And then what we do is become as light as we can be in this ninth energy, this ninth chakra energy. And we can oversee things like the managers, the CEOs. So what has happened, if you've come in as a light worker, I would say around the 1960s up until the I would say even 85, maybe, they're telling me that this, over the next period from the 28th of May or 26th to the 28th of May, things will take a big change. There will be a division. There will be a sense of enlightenment, a feeling of rising to fame, a feeling of rising up above the world and seeing things from, again, a completely different perspective. So it's like rising above, but suddenly being able to oversee things and being promoted to a higher seat. And because the reason that you're able to get up there is because you've lightened your load. Okay, so when you hear the words light workers, it's literally that. that we have to be light. We have to be released from the restrictions, the burdens, by addressing them all, dealing with them, organizing, restructuring the dark matter into light to build more light, to lift us up, rise us into the highest seat, into that circle, that higher circle, to then oversee what we have put into place. So what's happening is a new technology of light technology. Up until now, we've been introduced by, or the universe has introduced us to, the darker technology, or maybe not darker, okay, the practical technology, okay, the logical technology, the physical hard matter that facilitates us using our brains at a higher dimension, opening up to more intellectual wisdom, to new knowledge. Okay, so first of all, we had books and pens, and then the computers, and which have become, and the phones for the communication, different types of communication, so we can communicate quicker, and that we can have everything at our fingertips. We can build the technology, we can build the websites, we can get the word out there. Okay, so the light workers have been doing all their stuff and been kind of ignored for a while. I mean, we've had different systems come in, like, different ways of for well-being, yoga, relaxation, Reiki, all these different learnings that have come in and have started to be recognized. But it took a while, but they're still kind of in the back seat. They're now starting to be brought into learning facilitations, in universities and things like that, and more lighter energy is being introduced into our learning field of the world, and into organizations where the well-being, mental health and everything is coming into play. And so the light workers are being introduced as within therapies and things to help. But it's still kind of practical. And so the light workers have been building this up, putting stuff out on YouTube, spreading it out to the world, letting everyone know about it. And, it's coming from the 26th to the 28th. Suddenly everything will start to be realized and they can step back a bit. Now, over the last year, light workers will have been stepping back a bit because they've been giving so much energy, so much love, light, information. They're tired. So for some people, they may have felt like they were blocked. They're like, why is my light worker not talking to me? Why is that person stepping back from me? Why are they helping me? Because the last part of that preparation for the teaching is to step back and start to create the detachments so that people can then take the learning and start using it themselves. And one of the biggest new changes that is coming in with the new vibration is to start using what we have. We've been given the technology, we've been given the resources, we've been given the knowledge, we've been given the know-how. There isn't any more. If you notice, the music has changed. Okay, the music involvement started off like this kind of brand new, tunes. And then what they've done over the kind of 90s and the 2000s, they just remixed. Everything is a remix. So they've been remixing up, using what they've got to remix something new. We've been given the technology to do that. We've been given the computers, the AI functions, everything to remix, save time, do everything. But now it's time to go, right, you've got it all. But now, look, we can't go any further, right? Because now we've got to the point of AI, this computer person, that, this button you can press. Now, there isn't anywhere else to go. Because if we go any further, we're going to be surplus to requirements. So now it's time for the light workers to step up and the big change to happen. And this is why the world is kind of crumbling as well. And everybody's having their tower moments and things are changing. The chaos is happening and we're kind of being pushed into fear to push us into a new way of thinking, a new perspective, going the distance, stepping into a new territory. So we're coming to the end of this hard matter, and we're coming into the soft light matter. And so all of the light workers out here are now going to be kind of taking a more relaxed approach and probably being the ones that are more abundant in many ways, because everything will be coming to them because they've done their work, right? That's why the light workers have been finding it so hard for so long, right? Because they're struggling. I want to be heard. I need to help you. I'm giving your energy, giving it all up. And now it's like, you've done enough. The preparation is done. You've started detaching. Things are now starting to be released. And for many of you, you'll be feeling like, oh my God, that's just disappeared. That's happened. And it's very erratic. It's very fast. It's like the lessons are being learned really quickly. And if you're very aware and you have been listening, you'll realize that, just when something like that happens, it's just like, let it go. So it's really important now this week, I feel, to start going through everything, clearing the closets, clearing everything you have, and really just breaking it down to maybe one or two things and that you really, really need, that is really, really useful. And when you're applying what you have, go back over what you have already and re-release it in a new way. Use the technology that you have to actually upgrade it, simplify things, reorder things. So you've got something really simple. Now, one of the best examples of the simplicity is the application now. It's in the hands. It's like a one-stop shop. We've got the phones. We don't need to be spending loads of time serving anymore. We just have to download and click, right? Now, that isn't to make us lazy. That's making it so we can get easy access to something quickly so that we can use the good stuff or the good applications to help nurture us further and help us when we need those resources, they're there quickly at hand. This whole last 2 years up until now has been about value, has been about realizing that simplifying is about multiplying, or multiplying is not going to be effective unless it's done in a simple, focused way. And if we don't go for quality, then what we will end up is quantity and a heavier load. It's time to offload. It's time to look at what we have inside, what is most important, what is most effective, what we need is as a whole. Consider the elemental field, air, water, fire, and earth. What elements of you in your life have you got that are aspects of those things that are important? What areas of those lives can you put into those things? Let's look at areas: communication, flow. Earth is about security, money. Fire is love, passion, excitement, drive, motivation, work, career. And water is your emotional happiness, your general well-being, your health. How could you simplify in your life into those areas to make the most effect, that would be, so you have the most important thing that works. It's a working, functional machine. So say you've got a machine in each of those areas and you say, right, well, okay, my health and my joy and my emotional well-being all comes from having the exercise I do every day, eating well, sleeping well, and time out, my hobbies, right? So that's your well-being. So there's 4 things. So then you look at those 4 things and you say, okay, so what am I doing effectively to have those? How much time do I give those things? And how is that really working for me? And soon you'll be able to kind of simplify. You might be going, oh, well, I have this idea and I want to do that. And you're spending a lot of time thinking about them, but you're not actually doing. So Spirit is saying this time to effectively get these things into place, because those 4 things, when they're done well, will function your whole life. Okay, so again, your work. What is it that, your drive? What drives you at work? What drives you in your life? What gives you motivation in life? What's your passion? And note all those things down. How does your communication work? Do you confront things? What isn't flowing in your life? What people around you aren't flowing? What's blocking you? What's influencing you? That kind of thing. And then what is security to you? What, financially, how are you securely? How can you make that better? What are you doing to block that? What are you denying yourself? So there's more to this, and there's some. I'm going to be doing more online courses and seminars and things which are linked to this. But it's just a way to look. I'm just wanting to today share how things are changing, how the world is rebranding, it's resetting. The light workers who I often hear say, I'm giving it all, I have quality of life and I have a wonderful flowing life. However, I have less money. But, if I had to swap for somebody who's a millionaire who is not doing what they enjoy and is not in their flow and floating around and full of ideas and inspirational, I would rather have what I have. And then go to step up a seat and then become the CEOs and actually have all the money and everything as well. And then the ones that have got all of that are the ones that are going to be learning the light. They're going to be starting to start from the ground up, will find that their lives may have turned over in maybe a less positive way, and that are being pushed to find the things that they love, to bring light into their life on a higher level, so that then they can step up onto that higher level. These are the people that have been dragging their feet, who have been resistant, who have been afraid to step outside their comfort zone. It's like they're being put right back to square one and saying, right, you're going right back there because you've forgotten what you were here for. You're allowing everything else to influence you. You're allowing technology to guide you. You're allowing other people's passions to be the thing that motivates you. You've forgotten what's important. And that's what this change is really about. What is most effective, what is important, and what we brought into this world with, what really matters. So I hope this has helped you today. And if you want some more guidance on a personal level, the private consultation, then please go to my website, www.saraperry.me, or feel free to download my app, Wellness Wonderland, which you can find on iOS or Play Store easily. You can follow the links in the description box. And you can have a free version once you subscribe, or you can pay for a full year, or just for as little as $4.99 a month to access weekly predictions and further discounts on private readings. So there's a premium rate on the website, but you can, if you download the app, you get more options for readings and consultations, and you can also sign up to online courses. Now, it's kind of new, the app at the moment, but it is building all the time, and there will be free things like the Jackpot Journals. There is a shop on there that you can buy lots of different products, and you can check out the links to my artwork as well, commissions. So do feel free to connect with me on the comments box or message me. Follow me on Facebook and all the other places where I'm uploading this video. And enjoy your rise to fame, anyone who is on that light path. And I will see you there.